Palestinians inside of Israeli prisons are being subjected to rape by dogs. Israeli soldiers have trained dogs on how to abuse Palestinians. The torture of Palestinians in Israeli prisons is so beyond disgusting and disturbing. And it's a topic that I have purposely avoided talking about because it's so incredibly uncomfortable to talk about it. But since the US media fails to ever recognize the torture that Palestinians experience by Israelis, I guess regular people have to inform each other. So recently there was a ceasefire, quote unquote ceasefire, because Israel has already violated the ceasefire and killed over 100 Palestinians in Gaza. But with this ceasefire, Israel returned Palestinians from Israeli prisons, including over 100 Palestinian bodies. These bodies were so unrecognizable due to the torture they endured that they did not return to Palestinian families with name tags, but rather numbers. The bodies were charred. They were tortured so badly they came back black and blue. Their hands were tied behind their back. I have no words for how disgusting the IDF is. I have no words for how disgusting Israeli soldiers can be. One particular notable documented incident of abuse was the gang blank of a Palestinian prisoner by guards at the Sde Timan detention facility in Israel last year. Verified video shows Israeli prison guards using their shields to hide from the camera before proceeding to blank the victim, who was unable to walk, Israeli media reported. This is a recent report by Israeli human rights organization on the torture of Palestinians inside of Israeli torture camps, and I highly recommend everyone to go read it. I have Palestinian friends who have been arrested and imprisoned by Israeli soldiers, and they shared with me their experience inside of Israeli prisons. And they would tell me that Israeli soldiers didn't care if it was an elderly man or woman or child. Everyone was subjected to torture and abuse, including sexual abuse. And one story I won't forget was when a friend of mine told me that sometimes an older Palestinian child would take the beating by Israeli soldiers just so that the younger Palestinian kids didn't have to get beat as much. And I think about that every day, and it shakes me to my core. And I hope that I get to see the end of this militia and regime in this region of the world.